course, race fans, don't forget. Well, we'll tell a little bit more when we have the time. Meanwhile, qualifying time trials is underway. First cars to make it out onto the speedway will be the 22 of Charlie McKenna, followed by the 112 of Tyler Smith, and the 30 of Mike Avellaba. Charlie McKenna currently sitting third in the Malvern Bank West Series point standings. No wins on the West Tour, but 6 top 5s and 10 top 10s, including a third-place finish this past Sunday night over at the Stewart International Speedway in Stewart, Iowa. Kenna's car pushes a bit in turns 1 and 2. Mike Avellaba making his first start with the Malvern Bank West Tour in 2021. First lap coming for Charlie McKenna. First lap is going to be a 17.56. 17.560. First lap for Tyler Smith. 17.365. So 2 tenths faster that time. First lap for Mike Avellaba faster at 17.293. Second lap coming for Charlie McKenna. Better. It goes to the top. 16.553. Second lap coming for Tyler Smith in the 112. He'll go with his first lap with a 17.365. Mike Avellaba, second lap better at a 17.143. So Charlie McKenna, the fastest out of the first 3 with a 16.553. That is the mark to beat. Next 3 cars to hit the track will be the 1 of Jake Neal, followed by the 98 of Ben Schaller, and the 04 of Tad Pospischel. Jake Neal coming off a third-place finish last night at the I-80 Speedway. Looks like fourth car line will be the 24 of Bill Layton Jr. as well. So 4 cars in this first bunch. Jake Neal, like I said, third place last night at the I-80 Speedway. Ben Schaller was 4th last night. Schaller and Neal both sitting 6th and 9th in the standings, both looking for their first win on the tour. Tad Pospischel, the current series points leader, 5 wins so far on 9 top 5s and 13 top 10s as well for the 04. First lap for Ben Schaller, 16.904. Jake Neal, a 16.615. Tad Pospischel, best time, 16.394 for Tad Pospischel. First lap for Bill Layton Jr. is a 16.695. Second lap coming for Neal. He'll go with his first with a 16.615. Schaller second now with a 16.465. Pospischel second lap even better at a 16.253. Off of 4, Bill Layton Jr. jumps to third with a 16.536. So now Tad Pospischel, number 1, a 16.253. That is now the fast lap. Next group of cars onto the track will be the 26 junior of Corey Zeitner, followed by the 14 of Kyle Burke, then the 76 of Zach Zeitner. And the 4th car in line will be the 15C of Kurt Schroeder. Corey Zeitner currently sitting 12th in season-long point standings coming into tonight. Zeitner 2 top 5s and 6 top 10s for the 26 junior out of Bellevue, Nebraska. Kyle Burke, second in the point standings, only 22 markers out of the lead, 4 wins on 8 top 5s and 10 top 10s. Burke, the most recent winner on the tour, this past Sunday night, picked up the win over at the Stewart International Speedway in Stewart, Iowa. First lap coming for the 26 junior of Corey Zeitner. He'll go 6th with a 17.141. First lap for Kyle Burke, second at a 16.438. Kyle Burke second with a 16.438. Second lap for Zach Zeitner, 10th at a 17.714. Kurt Schroeder first lap, 16.859. Second lap coming for Corey Zeitner this time. Better at a 17.086. Kyle Burke, he'll go with his first lap, 16.438. See if Zach Zeitner can better his time. He does at a 17.611. Kurt Schroeder does better too at a 16.786. Kyle Burke, the fastest out of those 4 cars. He is second now overall with a 16.438. So all those tuning into Facebook as well, we got a nice Facebook Live look in tonight as qualifying time trials continue for the Malvern Bank Super Late Models West Series. Next out will be the 99 of Jesse Sobbing, followed by the 5S of Dylan Schmier and the 16 of Tom Swoboda. Jesse Sobbing won a feature win on the year for the Crazy One. That was our race at the Off-Road Speedway in Norfolk, Nebraska. 4 top 5s and 9 top 10s for the 99 out of Malvern, Iowa. Dylan Schmier coming off a second-place finish last night at I-80 Speedway. Tom Swoboda making his first start with the tour in 2021. First lap coming for Jesse Sobbing, 6th with a 16.592. First lap for Dylan Schmier. He goes to 5th with a 16.552. First lap coming for the 16 of Tom Swoboda. It looks like that one did not read that time by. Second lap for Jesse Saubing. Will it be better? Yes, he goes to second at 16.26. Dylan Schmier, he'll go with his first lap with a 16.552. So Jesse Saubing, now number 2 with a 16.260. That is second fastest overall. Next group of cars out will be the 52 of Brian Kosiski, followed by the 53 of Andrew Kosiski, and the 5K of Jeff Segabart. Fourth car line will be the 44 of Troy Daly. Brian Kosiski jumping up to 5th in the championship standings after a great run this past Friday night over at the last Friday over at the Lakeside Speedway. Andrew Kosiski, he won last night over at the I-80 Speedway in weekly super late model competition. Andrew currently sitting 11th in season-long point standings with the Malvern Bank West Tour. First lap coming for the 52 of Brian Kosiski, third with a 16.317. First lap for Andrew Kosiski, 6th at a 16.525. First lap coming for the 5K of Jeff Segabart, that's a little bit further in the back, 16th with a 17.769. Troy Daly a 16.985. Brian Kosiski. Now Andrew to third. Brian gets bumped back to fourth. Andrew Kosiski a 16.278. Segabart will better his time with a 17.356. Troy Daly better that time with a 16.696. So Andrew Kosiski now third overall with a 16.278. Only 3 more cars to qualify. They will be the 85 of Josh Leonard, followed by the 25 of Brad Perdue, and the 77 of Corey Dumpert. Josh Leonard currently sitting 4th in season-long point standings going into tonight. Still looking for that first win on the tour in 2021. Leonard, your 2017 Junction Motor Speedway track champion. Corey Dumpert, your current points leader out here and defending IMCA late model national champion in the 77. Brad Perdue having a strong top 10 finish last night over at the I-80 Speedway in weekly super late model competition. First lap coming for Josh Leonard. Leonard will go 15th with a 17.261. Brad Perdue will now jump up to 11th with a 16.616. Corey Dumpert's first lap lead did not register that time by. Leonard's second lap will be better at a 16.96. Brad Perdue, he'll go with his first lap with a 16.616. So that will do qualifying time trials for the Malvern Bank Super Late Models West Series. Race fans, give it up for tonight's number 1 qualifier with a time of 16.253 seconds. The 04 of Tad Pospischal. Jesse Saubing second fastest with a 16.26. Andrew Kosiski was third with a 16.278. Brian Kosiski was fourth with a 16.317. And Kyle Burke rounds out the top 5 with a 16.438. Of course, Brian Kosiski in that 52, he picked up his first ever Malvern Bank Series win of his career right here at Junction Motor Speedway back in 2014. Of course, Tad Pospischal, he's been to victory lane numerous times in the supers and in the weekly late models. Caution lights go out. It's going to be Newton, Iowa's Kurt Schroeder on the point for Speedway Motors Heat Race number 1 for the Malvern Bank Super Late Models West Series 35th ever visit here to McCool Junction. And we are green in Speedway Motors Heat Race number 1. Through 1 and 2 the first time. Schroeder hits the berm on the inside line. Jake Neal will take the race lead as they go down the backstretch for the first time. Kurt Schroeder, Brian Kosiski side by side. Kosiski will nose ahead off the top side for the second spot. Lap 1 will go to Jake Neal. Brian Kosiski is second, Kurt Schroeder third. Battle for fourth is on between Tad Pospischal and Bill Layton Jr. Pospischal on the low side. He'll sidestep Layton for the fourth spot as they go down the back straightaway. So Tad Pospischal up to position number 4 early on. He'll go after Schroeder for the third spot. So tonight's fast qualifier making steady headway through the field. But Jake Neal showing the way right now in the H&H Racing number 1. And it's the Dirt Track Bank Albell Custom Homes 52 of Brian Kosiski running in second. Neal shows the way. Kosiski runs second. Tad Pospischal is third. Fourth is Kurt Schroeder. Bill Ayton Jr. runs fifth. Jeff Segabart runs sixth. And seventh is Micah Velaba. This time by, we will be halfway home. 4 laps down, 4 laps to go. And Jake Neal has led every lap up to this point. Battle for fourth. Shaping up is Kurt Schroeder. Has got Bill Ayton Jr. right behind him as they go into turn 1. Schroeder trying to make the car wide through 1 and 2. Layton can't get by through 1 and 2 that time. Meanwhile, Tad Pospisil closing in on Kasiski and Layton at the front of the pack. Laps continue to wind down. Next time around will be 2 laps to go. Brian Kasiski taking a look inside of Neal for the race lead. Can't get it. Layton can't get by Schroeder again for the 4th spot. Off of turn 4 this time. Neal continues to lead it. 2 to go. Brian Kasiski back in position number 2. He's got Tad Pospisil right behind him as they go into turns 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Layton still looking on that inside line to get around Schroeder for the 4th spot. Not going to have it. White flag out. Final trip around the speedway for Jake Neal. He started on the pole and he has led every lap up to this point. Can Kasiski catch him here on the last lap? Down the backstretch and into 3 for the final time. Checker flag is going to fly and it will go to the Ripper. Jake Neal wins Speedway Motors heat race number 1. Brian Kasiski is 2nd. Tad Pospisil comes home 3rd. 4th of the line will be Kurt Schroeder, Bill Ayton Jr. Then it's Jeff Segabart and Micah Velaba to round out the field. So give it up for him, race fans. Your winner of Speedway Motors heat race number 1 out of Omaha, Nebraska in the H&H Racing, I-80 Farm, Steve's Yard Care, Diamond J Custom Services, Prevost Racing number 1, Jake Neal. Picked up win number 86 6 nights ago over at the Stewart International Speedway. He is the all-time leader in feature wins here at Junction Motor Speedway with the Tour. Caution lights go out. So Corey Dumper and Josh Leonard on the front row. They will get this party started off at turn number 4. Field bunches up, and we are green in Kaiser Manufacturing heat race number 2. Leonard trying to beat Dumper to into turn number 1. He will do so, and Leonard will take the race lead. Meanwhile, Dylan Schmier able to sneak by Corey Dumper on the outside line to take the 2nd spot as they go into 3. Jesse Sobbing trying to follow suit on that outside lane. The crazy one will go to 3rd. Lap 1 goes to Josh Leonard. Dylan Schmier runs 2nd. Here goes Sobbing to the 3rd spot, and he'll go after Schmier for position number 2. The crazy one on the move in a big way early on. Jesse Sobbing now. Car pushes up into turn number 3. Schmier takes the 2nd spot back as they come off at turn 4. Meanwhile, Kyle Berg looking to the outside of Corey Dumpert. Sobbing again pushes. Trouble on the crazy one. Sobbing pushes badly in turn 1. He'll lose 3 spots. Brad Perdue trying to make it a good 3-car battle for the 3rd spot as they enter turns 3 and 4 this time. Meanwhile, Sobbing is off the pace. Something amiss on the 99 machine. Jesse Sobbing, big trouble under the hood on the 99 of Jesse Sobbing. He'll take it off the racetrack. Will stay green for the time being. Kyle Burke now up to position number 3 in the 14 machine. He'll get by Corey Dumpert. So right now, Josh Leonard shows the way. Mid-16 second lap bracket is the 85's lap times. Dylan Schmier running in 2nd. Kyle Burke 3rd. Corey Dumpert 4th. Brad Perdue 5th. Tyler Smith runs 6th. Jesse Sobbing will be credited with 7th at the end of this one. Next time around, it will be 2 laps to go, and what a strong run it has been for the 85 so far. Leonard, he was in action last night over the I-80 Speedway, suffered a DNF during the feature, and looking to turn his fortunes around here. The 2017 Junction Motor Speedway track champion looking strong here. Dylan Schmier running in that 2nd spot, coming off a 2nd place finish last night over at I-80. Kyle Burke not in competition last night, but doing a good job in that 3rd spot. White flag out for Josh Leonard. Leonard continues to click off the laps here. He started on the outside of the front row, and he has not left the front at all. Down the backstretch and into 3 for the final time. Here comes your winner of turn number 4. Josh Leonard will take Kaiser Manufacturing heat race number 2. Dylan Schmier will come home 2nd. Kyle Burke is 3rd. 4th at the line will be Brad Perdue. Then it's Corey Dumpert, Tyler Smith, and Jesse Sobbing to round out the field. So give it up for him, race fans. Your winner of Kaiser Manufacturing heat race number 2, your 2017 Junction Motor Speedway track champion out of Gibbon, Nebraska, in the Leonard Graphics, S&S Trucking, Kennedy Motorsports, Diamond J Custom Services, Mid-Nebraska Garage Doors, number 85. Give it up for McCool Josh Leonard. So here we go. The Pink Panther on the point. Tom Swoboda, the wily veteran out of David City, Nebraska, on the point. And off of turn number 4, we are going green in Dynamic Drivelines heat race number 3. Off into 1, Corey Zeidner on the outside lane will take the race lead. Car pushed a little bit, but he will secure the top spot off of turn 2. Charlie McKenna now on the outside of Swoboda. He'll take the second spot as they go into turn number 3. Swoboda going to get swarmed on all sides early on. Corey Zeidner, the leader of lap 1. Charlie McKenna runs second. Tom Swoboda was third. And then it's Andrew Kosinski running 4th. Here goes Troy Daly to the inside of Kosinski. Has to get sideways to avoid contact as they go down the back straightaway. Swoboda hanging tough early on in this one. The Pink Panther hanging on to that final podium spot, but he's got Andrew Kosinski hot on his tail. Into 1. Kosinski trying to get the bottom lane open. Swoboda quickly slams the door on him as they enter. Meanwhile, battle up front for the lead. Here goes Charlie McKenna to the inside of Corey Zeidner. That's for the race lead off at turn number 4. Zeidner still with the upper hand over McKenna as they come to the line. Zeidner leads it. McKenna wants it. Now Zeidner pushes up the track in turn 2. McKenna will follow him. On down the back straightaway and into 3. McKenna now pokes the nose piece in front of Zeidner as they go through 3 and 4. Off the exit at the line. Advantage still to Zeidner. Have the car length. Great racing up front here as the laps continue to wind down. And now off at turn 2, you've got a new leader. Charlie McKenna now up in front. Charlie McKenna now shows the way as the laps continue to wind down here in heat race number 3, brought to you by Dynamic Drivelines. Charlie McKenna, your leader. Corey Zeidner runs second. Andrew Kosinski is third. Tom Swoboda runs 4th. Troy Daly 5th. Ben Schaller 6th. Zach Zeidner in 7th. McKenna, he has never won on the Malvern Bank West Tour. He's got 2 East Series wins to his credit. Coming off a 3rd place finish this past Sunday over at Stewart, Iowa. Great run there. McKenna off at turn number 4. He'll take the white flag. Final trip around the Speedway. McKenna, his best finish on the West Tour was 2nd. That was our trip to Shelby County Speedway in Harlan, Iowa. Meanwhile, they go down the backstretch and into 3 for the final time. Checkered flag is out, and it will be charging Charlie to do it. Charlie McKenna wins Dynamic Drivelines heat race number 3. Second on the line will be Corey Zeidner. Then it's Andrew Kosinski at the line for 4. Tom Swoboda hangs on. Then it's Troy Daly 5th, Ben Schaller, and Zach Zeidner to round out the field. But give it up for him, race fans. Your winner of Dynamic Drivelines heat race number 3 out of Ames, Iowa. In the My Yield Seed Treaters, Christie Door Company, Dirt Track, Bank, CMD Race Shocks, Can-Am Moto Salvage, Shop, MMI.com. Number 22, give it up for him, Junction, Charlie McKenna. Race fans, as they come off at turn number 4 this time, get up on your feet. McCool Junction, the time has come to scream, shout, and let it all out. You can only hope to contain them because you can't beat them. The best of the West, the Malvern Bank Super Late Models. Caution lights go out, and the Stroll Manufacturing Pace truck drops to the infield. We are ready to go for 30 big laps around Junction Motor Speedway. The Kosinski's on the front row, and green is up. Our Malvern Bank main event is underway at Junction Motor Speedway. Through 1 and 2 the first time, Brian Kosinski will show the race lead down the backstretch for the first time. Tad Pospisil and Andrew Kosinski side by side for second. 2 and 3 wide in the middle of the pack, but lap 1 will go to Brian Kosinski. Kosinski, the leader of lap number 1. Tad Pospisil runs in that second position early on. Andrew Kosinski, the pole setter, back to 3rd early as Charlie McKenna runs 4th. Kyle Burke runs 5th. So Kyle Burke looking to the inside of Charlie McKenna. That's for position number 4 on the Speedway. Tad Pospisil, only 22 markers to the good over Kyle Burke in the championship standings. Coming in here to Junction Motor Speedway. McKenna out of shape off at turn number 2. That's going to allow Burke to close in. Meanwhile, Tad Pospisil looking inside as they come off at turn number 4. That's the battle for the lead as they enter turn 1. Kosinski has the lead. Pospisil looks low. Side by side for the race lead early on. Brian Kosinski not ready to surrender the lead early on in this one. Pospisil again looking low as they go through 3 and 4 this time. Off of 4, Kosiski shows the way down the front straightaway. 4 laps in, 26 to go here. As Pospisil again trying to force Kosiski's hand off of turn 2. Not going to happen. Kosiski continues to show the race lead through 3 and 4. 5 in the books, 25 to go here at McCool. Brian Kosiski remains your leader. Tad Pospisil over the second. Meanwhile, Tom Swoboda slow down the back straightaway, and he will take it to the infield. Tough break there for the Pink Panther. Andrew Kosiski back in that third spot. Charlie McKenna runs fourth. Kyle Burke the top 5. Then it's Dylan Schmier, Josh Leonard, Jake Neal, Jesse Sobbing, and Brad Purdue the top 10 early on. Field continued to fan out across the speedway. Closest battle on the track was for the 8th position between Jake Neal and Jesse Sobbing. Neal has it right now over the crazy one. Meanwhile, Tad Pospisil trying to close in on Kosiski for the race lead. Lap traffic is going to become reality in the next lap or two. Kosiski continues to lead. Pospisil drops to the bottom of it. Turn number 4, not going to have it. Kosiski keeps the lead. Into turn 1. Pospisil's going to follow Kosiski's tire tracks as they go up the track in turn 2. Kosiski now looking to the inside of Tyler Smith. That's lap traffic. Kosiski on the bottom lane. He'll get by the lap car. Pospisil can't quite. He gets sideways with the lap car. But Pospisil does make it by the 112 of Tyler Smith. Meanwhile, the battle for the third spot continuing on between Andrew Kosiski and Charlie McKenna. Kosiski with another big slider in turn number 4. He gets around the lap car, Jeff Singabart. Pospisil now has to do the same as they go into turn number 1. While Tyler Smith off the pace, he gets it off the racetrack and out of harm's way. 10 down, 20 to go. We're a third of the way through this feature. Brian Kosiski has led every lap up to this point. Kosiski trying to break a 5-year drought with the Malvern Bank Tour. Hasn't won since 2016 out of the US 30 Speedway. Kosiski got his first career Malvern Bank Series win right here at Junction Motor Speedway back in 2014. And trying to get his 3rd win of his career, his first on the season. Brian Kosiski currently sitting 5th in the championship standings. The points leader nipping at his heels as they go into turn 3. Kosiski goes low. Pospisil staying to the outside lane as they come off at turn 4. Kosiski continues to show the way. Pospisil's going to go low. They got more lap traffic to deal with. Kosiski and Pospisil up the track. Lap car of Micah Belaba is right in front of him as they go into turn 3. Pospisil looking low as they go through 3 and 4. Kosiski now caught behind lap traffic. This plays into Pospisil's favor. Kosiski goes low into turn 1. He gets by the lap car Belaba, but Kosiski up the track. Pospisil now gets by the lap car of Belaba. Now no lap traffic between your leader and second place. Kosiski continues to show the race lead. Halfway home in this one. 15 down, 15 to go. Brian Kosiski remains your leader. Tad Pospisil runs second. Charlie McKenna runs third. Andrew Kosiski fourth. Kyle Burke the top 5. Then it's Dylan Schmier, Josh Leonard, Jake Neal, Jesse Sobbing, and Brad Purdue the top 10. Go for Troy Daly. Daly is slow into turn number 1. The 44 out of Omaha is off the pace. He gets it off the racing surface and trying to limp it behind the wall. We'll see if he can get it. It looks like Daly will. Kosiski continuing to work lap traffic. Pospisil staying on that low side as they come off at turn number 4. Battle for the lead is still hot and heavy. Pospisil looking low on the entrance to turn 1. Can't get it that time. Kosiski continues to show the race lead. Now McKenna's in trouble. Third place running Charlie McKenna's off the pace and the caution is out. Caution on the speedway for the first time with 13 laps to go. Charlie McKenna, your 3rd place runner off the power in turn number 2. So we are 2 laps past the halfway mark, and your 3rd place runner, Charlie McKenna, goes down with issues in turns 1 and 2. Oh, and looks like no, the troubles are still there for McKenna. He's going to take that car off the track. So it looks like it will be a DNF for McKenna. Meanwhile, off at turn number 4, we are back to green. 13 to go here at McCool. Good restart for Andrew Kosiski as he tries to get the outside lane over for Pospisil. Pospisil's going to force Kosiski's hand, and Kosiski goes over and spins around in turn 2. Caution back out. Caution out on the restart. Andrew Koziski went for the outside line, and Pospisil, I don't know if he didn't know if he was there or not. Oh man, what a tough right there. Andrew Koziski going around. Kyle Burke looking to get his 5th win on the tour. Brian Koziski trying to get his first win in 5 years with the tour. 13 laps to go. Anything can happen. All but 4, we are green again. And the start going to get called back. I think Pospisil may have been caught jumping the start there. They did not like that start. So right now, we are still stuck at 13 laps to go. We're 2 laps past the halfway mark. Again, everyone must maintain the Delaware double file. They must stay double file until they come down to the cone. And they must keep that order right there until they come down off at turn number 4, until the race is officially started. Brian Koziski continuing to show the way. Here we go. Caution lights are out. We'll try it again off at turn number 4. 13 remain at McCool Junction. Berg with a great restart. Koziski good off the bottom. Berg will be the first one to take to the outside lane. Koziski up the track. Here goes Berg to the inside. Can't get the pass made as they go down the backstretch this time. Berg is going to enter low. Koziski quick to slam the door on him through 3 and 4 this time. Koziski will keep the lead. 12 to go at the line. Josh Leonard now up to the 3rd spot. So good run for the 85 Adam Gibbon. Dylan Schmier going to fall back to the 4th spot. Now Jake Neal looks to the inside of him as the battle for 4th is on Neal. Slide job on Schmier to take the 4th spot away. Schmier trying to cross him back over. These guys were 2nd and 3rd last night over at I-80. Having a great race here at McCool Junction. 11 to go, soon to be 10 laps left in this one. Brian Koziski shows the way off at turn number 4. 10 laps remaining. This is just like his first win out here. He won that A feature holding off Kyle Berg, and he outran inclement weather as well. Brian Koziski continues to show the way. Kyle Berg in that 2nd spot. Berg, he was 2nd in last year's race here at McCool. Tad Pospisil, good run for the 04. The points leader back up to 6th after being sent to the rear for causing an early caution. Pospisil back to the 6th spot. Meanwhile, we have 8 laps to go. Brian Koziski in control of his own destiny right now. Kyle Berg trying to do everything he can to run him down, but so far, no luck. Koziski, the only driver right now in the 16-second bracket for lap times, but it's in the high 16 seconds. This time by, he's able to gain it by a 10th. Tad Pospisil, meanwhile, on the backside of Jesse Saubing. Pospisil slips by. And that's the battle for the 5th spot. Pospisil back into the top 5. Great point salvaging night for the 04 machine, but he will lose a couple points to Berg if they continue to run where they are right now. Saubing a little bit slow down the front straightaway. Jake Neal's trying to pull even with them as they come off of turn number 2. Laps continue to wind down. 5 laps to go here at Junction Motor Speedway. It's been all Brian Koziski. He's been hitting his marks every lap, and he's able to generate a 1.2 second lead over Kyle Berg. We'll see if the lead has gained it all. 4 to go this time at the line, and lead stays about the same. Brian Koziski looking to break a 5-year drought with the Malvern Bank Tour and try to get his 3rd career win, his 2nd at McCool Junction. 3 laps to go here at Junction Motor Speedway for Brian Koziski. Top 5s continuing to fan out across the speedway. Dylan Schmier having a great run in that 4th spot. Jesse Saubing a bit out of shape off of turn number 2. 2 laps to go this time for Brian Koziski. This time around, the white flag will come out. Lap and a half to go this time as Kosiski drops low. Into 3 and 4, Kosiski will take the white flag. Final trip around the speedway for Brian Kosiski. He started on the outside of the front row and he has led every lap up to this point. Down the back straightaway and into 3 for the final time. The 5-year drought will be done tonight. Brian Kosiski wins at Junction Motor Speedway. Kyle Berg will come home second at the line. Third will be Josh Leonard. Dylan Schmier, a career best fourth. And Tad Pospisil will round out the top 5. It's Jesse Saubing, Jake Neal, Bill Ayton Jr., Ben Schaller, and Zach Zeidner. Excellent run from dead last to round out the top 10. So give it up for him, race fans. Your winner of tonight's Malvern Bank main event. He breaks a 5-year drought with the series. He comes to us from Papillion, Nebraska, the 52, Brian Kosiski. What a run. Here he comes off turn 4, race fans. Let him hear ya. Brian Kosiski, your big winner tonight. His first win since 2016 with the Tour.